Hello guys, this is the Emerald Gamer. Today we're going to be playing some Skyrim. You know, I really hate load screens. Like, especially Skyrim's because it's just blank. Okay, I guess we're going to go as a Khajiit. I like the stealth type. Khajiits are pretty cool characters, you know? Yeah, I guess this is good. I don't know, maybe go a little bit less beard. So, I'm going for a mage thief. And as you can see, this is it's modded, but only slightly.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it.
So
that thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's
only a
stories
few
and the
mods,
legends,
like
the harbingers of the end times.
lighting mods, and like this one that skips through the beginning because
off.
I've played Skyrim quite a bit.
There you go. May as well take Gunjar's gear. He won't be needed.
Oh, this is my first time playing it on the PlayStation.
Get that
I'm more of an Xbox fan myself, but PlayStation does have a few perks, I guess.
This one's locked. Let's see about that gate.
Like the button layout, it's quite small, so you can get from the joysticks to the buttons real quick. But besides from that, it's pretty ordinary.
Get this gate open.
Gotta kill some Imperials.
Imperial dog.
Me, I prefer the Stormcloaks because, like, you can't just go denying people their religions and stuff.
Hey, go. Maybe one of these Imperials had the key.
Like, I don't care about no war. They just wanted to practice their religion, and Imperials are over here telling them, hey, you can't be going and doing that. So that's not the best. You shouldn't do that.
Here we are. Found the key.
Also,
Let's see if it opens
it's
that
their
door.
land. Like, it's like the Native Americans. Native Americans got their land taken from them, and I don't think anybody wants that to happen
That's it. Come on.
to anyone.
Let's get out of here before the dragon
The
brings
Nords,
whole tower down
the
on our
elves are
heads.
trying to come in here and tell them what to do, and the Imperials are like, yeah, listen to our rules, but I don't really see that. So yeah, that's why I went with the. That's why I tend to go with stick with the Stormcloaks.
Stormcloak.
Pretty reliable group, I'd say so. Only slightly racist, but they have no reason to view the other races as any better. Like, the Imperials think that, oh yeah, we should rule Skyrim and all of Tamriel. Like, oh yeah, ooh, we're so much better than all y'all. And everyone else is just like, I guess that's okay. And the elves come along and they don't like that. They're like, okay, you shouldn't be telling us what to do because we're obviously better than y'all. But Stormcloaks don't do it any more than anyone else.
Done. Let's get moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a mage this run because a stealth mage just fits my personality, and it's a really nice playstyle actually.
No, I haven't seen him since the dragon showed up. Wait, looks like there's something in this cage. It's locked. See if you can get it open with some picks. Might need them. Gold once we get out.
The only real mod I have on this, just in case y'all are wondering, is the only real mod that actually affects the game. There's a mod that fixes a bunch of glitches and makes them better. I have on a weight mod because I don't really feel like dealing with that stuff. I don't want to have to you're weighed down. And there's a excess spawn mod, so like on roads and stuff you'll see more things, make it less blank, just make it an overall better experience. So that's what I like out of a game. Skyrim's actually pretty old. Like, I remember the first time I played Skyrim, I found it. My mom had it for so long, she forgot that it even what it was and everything. And then I just played it on my Xbox 360. And they're still releasing it, like, I got for the ps4, most recent version. At least the most recent version I know of. There might be better versions. Not better. More recent versions.
Let's see where this goes.
Oh, and if you notice that I click the wrong button, or I'll like just randomly crouch or open my menu, that's because I've been playing a lot of games like Fallout and Fortnite, bunch of different games, Apex, Call of Duty. So I got my controls all mixed up because I just got this, so I haven't set the controls for to be the same like I normally do. I usually have the controls a certain way so that no matter what game I'm playing, I don't have to memorize the controls. So I'm trying to keep it pretty basic. Like, I forget what game it is, but it won't let you change the controls. So I started by copying that game because then anytime I play that game, I already know what the controls are because they're the same as all the other controls. But yeah, frostbite spiders are kind of weird. Like, they're just huge and there's no real explanation for that. I really like lore-based games too, which is why I really like Skyrim, because Skyrim is Skyrim, it has a lot of lore to dissect. Like, you got the Dawn Guards, and you got the Dawn Guard, the what are they called? The people in the Whiterun. And you got the Civil War that's going on, and all these different things happening at once. Like, you can just do one quest and get the amount of lore you might get out of an entire other game.
That looks like the way out. I knew we'd make it.
There's just so much thought put into Skyrim, with all the Daedric princes and all the past. Thief or mage? Yeah, I guess. Actually, no, I'll put the fire on both hands. I can switch to magic if I need it. What is my controls? Let me just... Yeah, so if you want to check it out, here's the mods I'm using. If it'll load. Yeah, see, like, nothing too big. Adding more scenery, more characters. Making the game just feel more like the type of thing that Bethesda would make nowadays. What? How did R3 become search? I gotta change that. Activate. That should be X. Jump and activate can't be the same button. Since when? I don't need jump to be anything. I don't jump a lot. I remember this was the first place I ever went to when I first started playing the game. I came in here and I died a bunch. But I saw the trail and I didn't want to not do everything that I can do. So I did everything I could do. Took me a while though to get over this level. I wasn't the best back then. If you don't get the drift, this is my first time playing Skyrim. I've played it multiple times. Figuring out the different abilities of each race. Like personally, I like the Nords. Like just as a race, their ability is pretty cool, and I like the look of them. But when it comes to an actual playable race, I tend to go for Khajiit, because I really like Khajiit. They're one of my favorite races because they got the high stealth and they're just little kitties, and I love kitties. Who doesn't like a kitty? They also just look cool because you just look at them. They don't just look like a cat as a person. That can be done in millions of ways, but they look more like, I don't know, they look more cat than person. Like if a cat were to evolve into a human, that's what they look like. Not if a human were to look like a cat. Because that's what you normally see with these cat-based things in video games. You'll see like in animes and stuff, you'll see the Although a little cutesy little like anime girl, it's just she has ears and she'll have like stripes on her face. Or she'll be like some unusual color. Her skin will be gray because she's a kitty. And she'll just have like patches of fur randomly. But Khajiits aren't like that. Khajiits are like the entire body is covered in fur. Their like jawline and everything is changed. It looks more predatorial. It doesn't look as human as it normally, as things like that normally do. Like, they normally, when you see stuff like that, it's like they got a human and added feline features to it. But with the Khajiits, they're adding human features to a cat. It's like the opposite of normal. Like with the werewolves too, it's like they got the wolf skin they normally have, and then they just put it over top of a human. They thought more about what it looked like as a wolf than if it looked humanoid enough. And it just gives off this really good realistic effect. I'm really sorry. I have a stuffed nose, and sometimes when I get a stuffed nose, I get a cough. If you've noticed that. I haven't uploaded in a while. Like my last uploads, I changed an entire playlist I had called, it was just Terraria videos, but it was so bad and poorly edited and stuff that I just changed it to Terraria cringe, because it's cringy. I can't watch it without cringing at least. I don't know about you, but go ahead and check it out, I guess.
What? Faendal thinks he can... Truly? You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun.
Why aren't you talking?
Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding.
Can y'all hear him?
She would choose him over me.
I think my headset might be messing up, because I definitely didn't hear that guy talk. I'll hear it in the video when I'm editing it, I guess.
Hey, hands off. What's that?
Huh, they didn't fight me.
Time to end this thing. Okay. Someone do something. The Riverwood trait? Yeah. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon.
Yeah, like, now that I'm looking over here, I can hear him.
You could? I've got some
I
coin
really need to
coming in
fix
from my
that.
last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back.
Hmm.
The sooner you find the... I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
I don't have enough for Lesser Word? Oh, come on.
Trinkets? Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should...
Alright, let me sell my sword.
Oh, a bit
I
of
won't
this,
use it.
and a bit of that. Oh, a bit of this, and a bit of that.
Yeah, I don't use weapons much. I was equipped. There we go. Now I should be able to buy a sword. Yeah, I have way more than enough.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes.
So this is gonna become a new series. I'm just gonna play until I beat the entire game. By the entire game, I mean every quest, everything. Just I want to beat the Dawn Guard guard quest, College of Winterhold, the Civil War, the main dragon quests. I'm gonna go until I beat every quest, beat the game, unlock all the spells and have all the armor, get all the houses and stuff. Just the normal stuff. Where's that wolf at? Show me a wolf. There he is. Good boy. Down boy. Aw, he listened. There are a few things that don't make any sense in Skyrim though. Like bandits. Why do bandits hide out in these big fortresses and stuff? Like Elder Scrolls is a good refresh for them because you have series like Fallout that they did and put so much work into, and it's like the same mechanics. It's the same mechanics practically. Like there are a lot of differences, but the main differences are like in the plot. You look at Fallout, you're like, oh, it's futuristic, there's all the guns and stuff, and they have all these things that you'd never see in Skyrim. You would, like, the closest thing resembling any type of gun would be a staff, but it's so much different that you wouldn't even connect the two or compare them. But they're made by the same people. That's what I like about Skyrim, is you have games like Skyrim that take this all nitty gritty guns and stuff that all these games have nowadays, and it's just like turn it on its head. Like, oh, now you have swords and spells. Use them to the best of your ability. Because most of the fantasy games nowadays, they don't have like this free roam, do what you want type thing that Skyrim does. Skyrim's practically a sandbox game. Like you can just do whatever you want. It's not like Minecraft or anything where you can actually do whatever you want, but it's basically the same. It's a sandbox game. Although you do see that Skyrim's pretty old, so back when Skyrim's released, I don't know much about the games of that time, so I don't know. Maybe in this type of genre, you did have more of the let's you can choose what you want, but just only to a certain degree type stuff like Skyrim does. But the fact that Skyrim is still prominent, you can mention Skyrim and even if they haven't played it, there's a lot of people that know about it. Kind of large community. I'm not trying to, like, if you're out there and you've never played Skyrim before, let me just recharge my mana. If you're out there and you've never played Skyrim and you're like, oh darn, I've never even heard of that game, I've just seen some random YouTuber play it, then I'm not trying to insult you or anything. I'm just trying to say Skyrim, for how old it is, it's still surprisingly relevant. And its mechanics are still usable. Like even after all this time, you would think that a game this old would have some mechanics. Like the biggest thing are the glitches. Like the small giant glitches or stuff. But just from my personal experience, I haven't experienced most glitches.
You fool.
I haven't experienced most of them. I've heard of them and I've looked up videos what they look like because I'm like, well, I wonder what like that sounds interesting. I've never seen that happen before. But like most of the glitches I've never seen. I do hate the progression of enemies in Skyrim. Enemies always are the same level as you. So you'll find harder enemies and harder levels. You'll find harder. So it's, yeah, no, it's not like, I just totally screwed that up. I meant you'll find harder enemies when you're at a harder level. But there are no harder levels. So if I were to not do this and then come back later when I'm like really high level, then I'd probably be seeing some higher level joggers. Darn. Usually I just speedrun through this and I don't have to worry about them catching up to me. I must not have ran as much as I should because I was talking. I'm also really like, when it comes to money in Skyrim, I'm loaded. And I guess I do this with a lot of my games, but I will just grind. Like, no care in the world, just get money for the sake of having money, so that when I need something, I can get it. Like, in Zelda Breath of the Wild, my money has never dropped below 3,000. My rubies. And in here, I usually have at least 1,000 settlements. But that's a low amount for me. Because I'm always buying houses and getting new spells, and they cost so much. You need a good sword? Just buy it. You want to make a sword? Just buy the ore. Not the ore, the ingots. Same thing, same difference, but you can just buy anything. Anything you need, anything you want, you can just buy it. Oh, by the way, just like that, if you see me put my my weapon away and it didn't seem like I should have been, it probably hasn't been noticeable yet just now in these times, because I have been battling a lot. But in later videos in this series, if you see it, that is because I'm used to reloading after a fight in games that do have guns, like in Fallout 76. And so I'm used to just like being done with the fight, and that's just one of the things I do after fights, just reload my gun. But you don't have guns, or you can't reload a spell up in Fortnite. Not a spell. Up in Skyrim, you can't reload spells. There's no need. They're just infinite, and I don't see how you would even reload a sword if you're fighting with swords, hand-to-hand combat. there are a few times I would say that just Bethesda done goofed, you know? Like, there's a few bosses in Skyrim that, if you don't have a certain weapon, are more difficult than I think Bethesda wished upon you. Like, Bethesda didn't want them to be that difficult. They just ended up that way after something that Bethesda happened to do. Or like, there's only a few bosses that have it, but that one boss that has that gets harder. I don't know, like every boss might do it, but there are those few bosses that get harder the higher level you are, like significantly, and it gets to the point of where if you're doing them like end game, trying to get through all your quests and everything, then you're gonna end up with some of the hardest boss battles in the game. And it's a scenario that doesn't happen too much because you don't usually, because so much things have to line up. You have to have not done that yet, and then have to have not done that yet. You have to be so high level and unprepared, because if you're at a high level, you're usually more prepared for the high level bosses and stuff. If you're more prepared for the high level bosses, then but they do sometimes end up really hard. I found out from personal experiences. Like I've decided, oh, I'm just gonna go through the Civil War quest, like just because you get access to it at the beginning of the game. So I went through the Civil War quest. I went through the Thieves Guild. Then I decided I want some more shouts. I've done a little bit of the Dragon's Quest. I have the souls for the shouts, but I would like the shouts themselves. So I'm doing some dungeons like this to get me some shouts, and well, there's nothing good. I'm looking for shouts, and then I wander across that boss, and I won't even get a good shout from the particular boss that I had to fight to get the shout. Like, or you end up with that one where they're casting them, you end up with like, you have to fight 2 death lords, and it's not even the final boss of the dungeon, and then they're throwing all these shouts at you, and they're summoning the what, I don't even know what they're called, like the ice, electric, and fire, like minion things, and they always summon the ice guy, it seems, since you're always slowed because you can't just run away. Like, no matter how much mana you have, you always end up doing what I just did there. Just like stepping away and having to fight them like that, backing up, and only going forward when you're Magicka. Man, the magic, I don't know what it's called. Resets. Usually you don't see that many people when you're just walking around.
Sooner you
But
found it. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Like, see, now I can just take this sword, take that cheese. Doesn't care. Also, if I really want to, yeah, I can take the claw. What the claw?
Oh, no, you don't. Huh?
Can I kill him now I'm done with this quest? Cause I only tried to kill this guy like twice.
No more.
That was
I yield.
back when I was worse at the game. Yeah, you can kill him now. I don't like this guy that much anyway. I like the guy in Falkreach. That's my favorite. My favorite hold. He's pretty cool. Did that give me enough bounty? Because I know that one of my mods adds extra bounty for killing people, so I hope that didn't give me enough bounty to be spotted as a criminal for the guards at Whiterun, because I haven't even done that quest yet. I have to complete my quest by going to Whiterun and stuff, which are like necessary to get to the beginning of the game. You have to go to those quests, kill the dragon, you know, all that good stuff.
New to Riverwood? Here's the key. There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Make yourself at home.
The worst part about being a thief is, like, the hardest part, in my opinion, is getting a good place to pickpocket people. Actually, no, I want a quick save. And I always quick save whenever I get into that spot. I forgot to just then at the market over there, because I don't know.
Pickpocket! We've got a pickpocket!
Guys, I forgot to record an outro, so here it is. I needed to get y'all caught up because some of the video was actually deleted. Basically, I don't know why the video was deleted. The part where I went to Whiterun, and I just went to Whiterun. Basically, my bounty was really high because of a mod I had, so I got arrested by the guards, and I got sent to the jail. The guard wouldn't give me the key. He wouldn't get close enough for me to pickpocket him. So I eventually escaped after reloading the file a few times. All stuff that I would have edited out anyway. But now I'm here in the guard barracks. As you can see, we'll pick up right here where we left off last time. So please like, comment, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.